I'm here in my little home studio. This is a closet in my house that I've turned into a recording area. And I'm going to start recording my first book. This is the Resin Chronicles, Stickiness and Stones. It's a young adult novel, and I want to talk a little bit about what I wrote this for, or rather why I started writing it. When I think about fantasy books, and I've consumed a lot of fantasy books and also sci-fi. So when I think about fantasy novels, and especially concepts like magic, one of the things that I get really into is what makes it work. I'm a techno geek type of guy. And so when I started thinking about, hey, if I'm going to create a magic system, what is it that drives that magic system? What makes it work? And I had listened to the audio version, the audible version of a book called The Source Field Theories. And I've always really been into, the metaphysical stuff and what makes things work. And, concepts like if you're riding around in your car and you're not listening to music on your phone, but you just turn on the radio, there's been multiple times in my life where I'm thinking about a song and I turn on the radio and there it is. Or you're thinking about your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, and then all of a sudden they call you. And you think about that and you go, how does that happen? How does that work? Where does that come from? And so I wanted to incorporate that overlying, energy, call it the source if you want, the source field, into a magic system. And so I came up with Resin Chronicles. Now you'll have to either listen to the book or read the book to kind of get how that all comes together. But resin in the world of the Resin Chronicles is what gives people this capability in order to control the source, magic, if you will. And that's how I constructed the physics around what makes magic work in the book. And a lot of that came from, consuming both sci-fi and fantasy novels as well as movies, and wanting to answer the question, why? What makes it work? What makes this unique? And so I'm 3 books into it. Resin Chronicles, with the characters that I'm working on today, the plan is to make that a full 6-novel series. But I've also decided to go back and write a prequel, if you will, something that takes place way, way, way before this first book. I'm calling that one the Resin Chronicles Origins. So I'm working on that right now. I'm writing the 3rd chapter. So anyway, enough of my rambling. I'll get to recording and launching the recordings of this book soon. Getting my home studio all set up and configured is just the first step of many. So